have my water. Oh, you know what I did? While I was doing the dishes, I had my coffee sitting right here. And now the cup is over there, clean, upside down, no coffee in it. I dumped my coffee down there. I was talking, and I was talking about a subject that it doesn't matter what I was doing. I was not going to remember doing that. Yeah. So, anyways, I have just this little itsy bitsy tiny layer of dust, like around this edge here, not down into butter, but the little groove here, which is what is right before the butter, was dusty. So just gonna dust that off. The butter is fine. The butter's underneath the dome. I just haven't used it in a few days. All right, so we are going to make gourmet hamburgers today. So gourmet hamburgers comes with gourmet fries. So my question is, do I make homemade fries or do I use Riley's seasoned? I'll tell you what, let me show you. Let me just show you the packaging, because I live up here in Washington State. This company is from the South. Where in the South, I don't know. But it's, see the checkered? That's what the package you're looking for in the store. These are Rally's. I thought it was Riley's. I don't know. Rally's. They're called Checkers in some states and Rally's in others. That's why both names are on here. But famous seasoned fries. They're crispy French fries, seasoned potatoes. They are the best home French fry that you are ever going to make. You can deep fry them or you put them in the oven. There's instructions for both, I think. Nope. There's only instructions for the deep frying. Oh no, there's the pan, not the deep frying, but the oven cooking. So there's instructions for the oven cooking. And it's easy. You just put them on a tray, plop them in the oven, turn them halfway. That's it. So I think to lighten my day, we're definitely going to have these for dinner with our burgers. Okay. The other thing we're going to have with our burgers, I organized my freezer. I want you to look. Like I got that loaf of bread. So we are making, okay. So we're going to need some Worcestershire sauce. And oh my God, don't think I'm going to let this bake. Sweet baby Ray's. It won't have a lot in it, but it will have some. Okay, so sweet baby Ray's. Oh, you know what I made yesterday? I made this pomegranate juice. Let me try it. Very, very sweet. It's very tart sweet. Okay, anyways, it's good. I'll drink it, but I'm going to add more water to it. What else? We are going to need some onions. Do we have a little bit of onions up in here? No, that's ranch. No, that's tomatoes. And yeah, no, so we don't have any cut onions. Let's see what we have down here. Oh, looks like there's white. We have the Walla Walla sweet onion, and I believe that is a tomato. That will go on my burger tonight. We don't have any lettuce, however, I can make that. Got some red peppers. I thought we had some of the purple onion still. That's a green pepper. That is a jalapeno. I thought we had, this might be it. Oh yeah, so here's purple. So do I put purple or white onion on for my gourmet burgers? Walla Walla sweet or purple? I think the purple goes better in a salad. You know, I'm gonna think about it. I'm definitely gonna think about it. So I have two. I'm gonna put the white ones in the burger, and then I'll slice these for on top. That's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna make some of the coleslaw so we can top our burgers with that as well if we want to. That is delicious, by the way. And if we don't want to do that, we can eat it as a side salad, right? Because it's just that good. All right, so we have, what do we got here? We need a couple more things. Put in here how many I think I should have for a pound burger. And yeah, I'm gonna have to crunch it up more for sure. I just get it in between my fingers and then twist my fingers or roll my fingers outward. It breaks it up to a fine powder. It does. It's a little spendy on time, but it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. So how much do we want for a pound of, a couple of tablespoons, maybe? And I'm just winging it. Just winging it as I go. I'm going to grab just a little bit more of this. Break it up. So I made some panko. This is the panko I made a couple weeks ago, and I did not put it in the fridge. This was made from homemade croutons. So I might put a, see how much darker it is and what I might put a table, it smells good. It's got that garlic smell to it, so I'm not sure if it would stay good. I mean, it's just bread, right? It should stay good. I don't know. I don't know how croutons stay good for as long as they do. All right, let me just, I think it'd be okay. So we're going to put a couple of those in, take out the big pieces, and we're going to put a little bit more of this in. And that should be good for all of that. All right, so get that good and mixed up. That looks good. All right, so that will go in there. The egg will go in there. The onion will go in there, so we got to cut some. Oh, we're going to put some of this in there too. If I can get it to break up into. Working quite well. All right, so we're going to put some onion, crispy fried onions in there. Crispy fried. They're crispy fried onions. That's what you put on top of that. The string bean casserole. I might make that. I got the onions. If I have the soup, I could make the soup. I don't need to have a can of cream soup. I can make cream soup. I don't even need that, so I can make it. Would have to be completely homemade except for those. I could even make homemade those. Okay, so this is where we're at. We got a little bit of this and a little bit of that, and I think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be delicious. So I'm going to taste test it for sure. But I think it's going to be delicious. Okay, my hands have a coating on them, and I did see on that. Alright, so again, wash my hands again. It's like the fourth time today I've already washed my hands. That's alright. I wash my hands a lot. Okay, so now we are going to cut up some onion and put some onion in there, and any other thing other than making it sure it's like a fine powder, no big. So the onions have to be cut very small, very, very small, and probably this much, probably that much. And I'm just going to finely chop these onions. There we are. Get these a fine little chop, little itsy bitsy tiny pieces of onion. You don't want to bite into your burger and have this big old chunk of onion in there. And you're putting onions on your burger as well. You don't want these to be big chunks. You want these to basically cook in with the meat, that's all. Just cooking in with the meat. And probably going to even have to chop them up a little more than that. A little more than what is happening right here. So, because I want itsy bitsy tiny onions. I think that's enough for a pound of burger though. Except for the outer edge. The outer edge doesn't want to cut because it was supposed to be thrown away. And I've chopped it up a couple of times. It still don't want to be cut. So, take it out. I hate the outer layer of the onion that refuses to be cut when you want to dice onions. It's like you're dicing, all the top ones are cutting, but not any of the bottom ones. Because it's that greenish kind of coating. It's this right here that I'm talking about. It doesn't like to get cut at all. It doesn't like to cut. That's good. The little bit I have in there has cut, or I would have pulled it out. I dropped a little onion. Went underneath the counter. Oh, no, it didn't. I gotta keep them up or my dog will. I have no idea what he's doing right there. Got his attention pulled onto something. He's doing something. Oh, he's probably got his back foot in his mouth. Hey, you chewing on your foot over there? No? Isn't he adorable? Are you chewing on your foot over there, happy guy? Yeah, his feet are all dark from chewing on them. Okay, so onion in. That's about enough onion for a pound of burger. Finely chopped. Yes, it's going to be delicious. Okay, so put this away. Get that all wrapped up, back up. We will use that for sure. Absolutely. Okay, a couple little specks of onion left out here. All right, this, we've already put this in. We're done with that. We're done with that. We're done with this. Oh, garlic. Okay, so we're going to put some garlic in there. Finely chopped garlic as well. I might even grate it. Somebody said grate it. So let me try that. Yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. Oh man, thank God it hadn't. Thankfully, it still has that coating on it. Wow, okay. Does not want to be done. Does not want to be, says no. All right, there we go. Got that coating off. Got a little bad spot there we're going to cut off, and then we got the little core thing here that we're going to cut off, and we're going to slice it right down the middle a couple of times. Maybe even a third. Ooh, that was close to my finger. Okay. Now the trick to garlic, not sticking to your hand or the knife. Get your little fingers wet, get the knife wet, so you got wet fingers and wet knife, and now you're going to chop these up. And they shouldn't stick, that's what it said. They should not stick if your fingers are wet or if the knife is wet or whatever. Look at that, it didn't stick to my hand at all. Not to my hand, hardly at all. There's one piece that didn't want to come off. I don't know if it works. I think it only works a little bit. It's not some life-changing thing. So, see, it's still stuck to the knife, both sides, and still sticking to my finger. Come on now. So, true? No, didn't work. I only tell the truth. So if you want to know about a product, You go ahead and you DM me or whatever you do, email me or whatever. I don't know how you get a hold of each other. And tell me the product you want me to test out. I'll test it out and I'll be honest about that product. You betcha. Or that type of food or whatever. Now, that's pretty finely chopped. Clove of garlic in. Got it. Garbage for the garlic in the trash. There we go. Now rinse my hands off. I'm just rinsing this one. It has the garlic goo. The garlic goo I'm gonna put in it. Alright. Okay, so we're done with the garlic. Now we got seasonings. Alright. This one just gets a little tiny bit. Just a little. So a tad bit of nutmeg. Minced onion. That's not even open yet. Oh, I got this one on sale for $2. I love the minced onion. Oh, didn't get it there. You know, I don't know why there's not a little taggy thing. Didn't get it there. Nope. There we are. Got it. I should put that on my parsley. That's a way bigger. I'm going to remember that. Alright, so we're going to put some minced onion in there. Dry minced onion, even though we have a real minced onion. And we're going to put some garlic salt in there. Garlic powder. Some onion powder. You know, 3 different types of onions, right? And fourth one for putting it on top. Some ground thyme. Don't need a lot of that. Paprika, pretty much as we want to put in there for paprika. It's a good meat spice. There we are. And we already did thyme, so I had 2 out. And that did that one. So we'll need a little bit of salt because we put garlic salt in there. We don't want it too salty. There, like that. We're going to crack 1 egg into the bowl. Bind it all together. We're going to put some Worcestershire sauce in there. Some Sweet Baby Ray's. We got the crackers. We got the onions. We got, I think this is the last thing to put in. Oh, nope, we missed. There we are. Just a little bit of that. And so look at these little holes. Oh wow. Huh. Okay. It's not is that parsley? That is not parsley. The fuck is it? It's pepper. Thank you for not putting that in there. Oh, much better. And some parsley. I saw right away it wasn't parsley. I'm like, that is not parsley. That's why I smelled it. Parsley, really? Okay, so we are in it to win it. And now, the last but not least star of the show, the pound of hamburger going in. All right. Pound of hamburger going in. Yep, I've touched it. That's right. You betcha. And yep, I'm mixing it with my hands. That's right. You betcha. You know, you want to add another pound of hamburger in here, you can make a meatloaf. Yeah. But we are having hamburgers. And mixing all these spices up in the meat. And the egg good mixed up in there. Onions, all of it, all the spices, panko, Worcestershire, Baby Ray's, barbecue, it's all in there. Yep, it is all in there. And just mix it like you would knead dough. Just make sure it's good mixed. You don't want to see any dry ingredients or a big old chunk of ingredients in there. You know, you want it really good and totally incorporated to where the meat kind of gets soft and runny, like it's too wet. But if you keep mixing, it's definitely gonna get back to the consistency that you're looking for. Because, yeah, see, we're good. Yeah, so that's perfect. Okay, so now get the guck off my hands. Let me just do this before I wash my hands. There we are. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get ourselves a sheet of parchment paper. Now, if you don't have parchment paper, don't wig out. You can still do your burgers. You just don't have parchment paper, right? So you don't have to use, it's not a requirement to use parchment paper. All right, so we're going to set the bowl right here. Remove these utensils. Get our station pretty much cleaned up a little bit. Eggshell can go in the garbage. All the extra spices off the board. Awesome. All right. So, fairly clean working station. All these can be set aside. Absolutely set aside. All right. This goes in the fridge. This goes in the fridge. Why is it like that? Gross. Okay, well, it's dried on there. I must not have noticed it. All right, this bottle is filthy. Okay, so back in the fridge, though. I'm not going to worry about it. Pantry over here. Garlic is done. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to get a couple of pieces of parchment paper. All right. So this is a brand new thing of parchment paper. Pop both ends. Push the little tabby down on both ends, right? And then start your, because you don't want this to rip. That's what you don't want to happen. Or especially on the other side, right? So right here, it goes to a diamond. And make sure it's following the shape. And just keep pulling. It's getting tough to pull, so I think it's gonna, okay, there we go, got it. A little bit extra here on the end. Let's pull those two little pieces out. There we go. You start it right, it stays right. And it's pretty important that your parchment paper stay right. So first one always comes out like no problem there. Second one, it should be facing the other way. I need to put this down. This one goes down. Okay. Actually, it's supposed to hold it's supposed to be on top to hold it like that. See how it's holding with the little tabs? And so we got one piece, and we're gonna need two, possibly, no, two should be good. Two should be good. Okay. So I'm going to use one of them for making the patties. And then I'm going to use the other one here for putting in between, a slice in between the patties. So we're going to fold this into thirds, about how much a patty would be. See if we got this much on the other side. No, let's even that out a little bit. So you should be able to get 6 patty slices of parchment paper. All right. And then we're going to cut this into pieces like this. So we're just going to cut right there. Oh, don't mess up now. There we are. So we got 2 pieces. We're going to just cut that in half. And now we have, so we'll put the patty in between, right? It doesn't have to cover the whole patty. Like when you pull a piece of paper like this off a slice of cheese, it's not the same size as the slice of cheese, it's smaller. So it's fine to have smaller. So 6 patties for 1 slice of parchment paper is 6 slices of, to put in between the patties. Absolutely fine. Yep, this is good. It works. So you should get 6 slices or 6 pieces. Now, I'm not telling you how to do nothing. Like, you do it the way you do you, boo. That's absolutely perfect. And if I was at your house with you, enjoying your company, I would not tell you how to do it unless you ask me. Well, how do you do this? I say, well, I do it this way. Well, you can either do it that way, or you can do it your way, or you can do it your grandma's way. I don't care how you do it, as long as you do it, right? Cook that awesome meal. Because when you put that bite in your mouth, and it doesn't matter, it can be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It can be a 5-course meal. What's going to make that food taste good is the fact that you made it for yourself and you know it. That's what's going to make that food taste better. The people that can't cook are like, come on, that's ridiculous. There's no way. Well, I believe love. I believe in cooking for love, and it does make the food taste better. That's what I say. Okay, hands are clean because I've washed them like 2 or 3 times already. And I got my slices ready. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 6 burgers out of this. And I want those burgers to be pretty much the same size. So, I don't want my hand, yeah, I can use this, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down in the pan. The raw burger, just push it down in the pan to get, like, it's even, right? It's even like that. So now I'm just going to guesstimate. If I wanted 6, I could do 6 lines like this, like a pizza, because it would be 1, 2, I wouldn't do an actual perfect square, and I would do 3. So I have 6 slices of pizza looking things in there, and I don't think all of them are going to be the exact same size. Do I think that? No. And then I just take a slice out like that. And if some turn out bigger than others, that's fine. The husband gets the bigger ones. I'll take the smaller ones. I have no problem. No problem there. What you want to do, though, is you want to get it, and I don't want to touch the meat, so I'm going to get it there as best I can. Kind of in a ball, and then you want to make it flat like this. And you want to spread that sucker out to about... If you have a hamburger bun sitting on top of this thing, you're going to have meat hanging out all the way around. So what's going to happen, and the reason I do it this way is because the meat itself is going to shrink as I cook it. It's going to make these tiny, tiny hamburgers. So it has to be big and spread out to make the right size hamburgers to go in the bun. So here is patty number 1. Looks pretty big, right? I'm just going to fix it a little bit. So I'm just going to push around the edge, push that up from flattening it underneath the parchment paper. Gets it really, really flat. I want an edge right there. So I'm going to just make that little edge, and then I'm going to take my slice of paper, take this paper off, and then I'm going to get a storage, because the meat is now in a marinating mode. As soon as I put it in the fridge, it's going to marinate. So it's not a dry marinate, it's not a wet marinate, it's just a marinate. It doesn't have to be completely dry or completely wet, or like, sitting in juice like you would like a steak or whatever. All these flavors are going to incorporate. Move, please, because I have them in the refrigerator for a few hours before I cook them. So that's how it's going to work. So I'm going to lay one in there, right? And now I'm going to start the second one. So I'm going to take a wedge, plop it on there, maybe scoot it over just a little bit. What you want is you want enough room in your fold so it doesn't get all pushed up against the fold, so that it really flattens out good, you know. And you want it that flat because it's going to get thicker and shrink up as you cook it. Oh. You don't want your patties to look like this. I mean, you can have your patties that thick, but you still want them big around because they're going to shrink up. But they're going to become thicker as they shrink up too. So right here I'm just putting more paper behind it, so as I smooth it out, it doesn't hit that edge. Oh, almost looks like a heart there. But it's very easy to spread this out and give it the thickness that you want. Okay. There we are. There we are. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Just fix it just a little bit. I didn't get it quite pushed out right there. He's looking at me like, oh yeah, he's still staring at me. Oh, honey, I've already given you permission twice. Please don't make me do it again. Just eat if you want to eat. I think that's what he's doing. He's waiting to get my attention. So I have to give him permission again to eat. All right, so these are ready. 6 burgers to be cooked later on. Right now, they're marinating. So there we go. I can see very well. My husband has done very well. But anyways, thank you for, I'm stupid. Thank you for joining this doofus in her daily rants, I guess. I'm gonna rename my channel, Rants with Lisa. And I'll do a little cooking on the side. So I'm gonna join you back during lunch and we can talk more then. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Please like, subscribe for sure, share if you want to, and play my like button game. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, stop. Wherever it lands. If it's off, it's off. But if it's on, you gotta leave it on. Thank you so much again. I appreciate every one of you, and I will see you, in about an hour and a half to do lunch. That's it. That's all I'm gonna do. Bye.